Thanks to Exter for sponsoring this video. Is Apple about to cancel the iPhone 14? I know it's sort of crazy to think about, but due to low sales, low demand, and a general feeling of meh with this phone, looks like the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus are in serious trouble. But bad news for Apple might actually mean good news for you and I. The iPhone 14 might actually become sort of free sooner than later. So as we always do here on the Apple Circle, let's break down the latest Apple leaks, news, and rumors that you need to know about, and let me tell you why a free iPhone 14 might be coming in the not so distant future. Seriously, hear me out. At this point, you probably know the story of the 14 versus the 14 Pro. The Pro's got all the flashy features, it's got the dynamic island, it's got the special colors, and for just a couple $100 more, the 14 versus the 14 Pro is not really a fair debate. So many people are going Pro this year because that phone looks different, it sort of feels different, and has some exclusive features you just don't get on the 14 or 14 Plus. We have now seen multiple articles and reports and different news breakdowns that Apple, they're in trouble with the iPhone 14 this year. The demand just isn't there. They're having to cut back on production, and it looks like Apple just sort of missed the mark this year when it comes to the regular 14 models. So what does Apple do? Do they press on, not say anything, and just continue to offer these models and make a change next year with the 15? Do they maybe slash the price of the 14 Plus to make it more affordable? Or do they go with an entirely new venture entirely? Did I say entirely twice? Yes, I did. And try something new that we've not really seen before. One thing they can do that I guarantee you they really don't want to do is, frankly, slash the price of the 14 and 14 Plus. Maybe take those phones down from $799 and $899 down to $499 and $599, maybe even lower, and sometimes sort of giving the devices away for free are to Apple's benefit. I know this doesn't really make a lot of sense, but let's take a look at Apple TV Plus, for example. Remember when Apple had that really weird event with Big Bird and Oprah and a lot of other A-list celebrities where they introduced their own streaming service and people thought they were crazy for trying to compete with Hulu and Disney Plus and Netflix and Prime Video? Everyone counted Apple out. And slowly but surely, they've proved the naysayers wrong, but not in the way you're probably thinking. The latest numbers are in, and Apple TV Plus is doing well, really well actually. In fact, here in the US, Apple TV Plus might just overtake Hulu at their 10% stake. Apple TV Plus is currently at 7% as being one of the dominant forces in streaming here in the United States. And even crazier than that is that internationally, Apple TV Plus is set to overtake HBO Max in terms of subscribers and viewership. Pretty crazy considering Apple TV Plus's catalog with what you get with HBO Max. Doesn't seem like a fair fight, but looks like Apple's sort of winning. Now, you'd probably think this success is because they've got a lot of good original programs on there. They've got good TV shows, they've got movies. I mean, hey, any Severance fans out there, love that show, can't wait for season 2. Apple's doing a lot to really make TV Plus a compelling offering, and while I'm sure that sort of helps with the narrative and gets a lot of people to jump on and subscribe for the first time, I think what's really moving the needle in Apple's favor and sort of getting people on there is that Apple is basically giving away TV Plus to anyone and everyone who knows how to use Google. For a while there, Apple was giving everyone who bought a brand new iPhone an extended trial of Apple TV Plus. I think in the beginning there was like over a year that no one had to pay. You can find Apple TV Plus trials, like 3-month trials, from a lot of different online retailers. Target, Costco, Best Buy, even Apple themselves offer a free trial, and you can sort of stack these trials on top of the other, so you never really have to pay if you don't want to. Basically, Apple's sort of giving away TV Plus to get people on board, and it is super easy and very compelling when the price is $0 to watch and subscribe to what Apple's got on their streaming service. So what if Apple was to take sort of this idea and take it over to the iPhone side to breathe some new life into the 14 and 14 Plus? What if Apple significantly cut the price down of the 14 models to make them more accessible? Or what if they worked with carriers to offer these phones basically for free or a very, very low monthly cost? Or what if Apple does something entirely different and they put the iPhone on a subscription plan where you can pay just a couple of bucks a month, or maybe even get a free trial, and basically get a brand new iPhone for almost nothing. Sounds too good to be true, but actually, it isn't. All right, now before we continue, let's take a quick break for just a moment because I've got to show off one of my favorite products of all time to you guys watching this video. It is with me every day. It has totally changed the way that I pay for everything. And no, it's not my iPhone 14 Pro. It's actually this. It's an amazing wallet that I love, honestly, more than the 14 Pro, and it is made by this video's sponsor, Extra. Now, if you haven't heard of Extra before, I have got the absolute pleasure of introducing you to an amazing company that is in the business of making people's daily lives easier with an excellent collection of super high quality wallets, bags, cases, and other really premium and really versatile accessories. But one of my favorite Extra products of all time is, again, their wallets. They're simple, they're easy to use, they're super high quality, and again, this mechanism here, this thing getting cards out, it never gets old. And Extra has got a wide variety of different colors and finishes you can choose from, including this one, which I really like. It's from their Parliament Recycled collection, and if you can believe it, it's actually made from vegan leather from recycled car windshields. And personally, one of my favorite features of Extra wallets is this. It is so simple and so easy to get access to your cards. You easily take out the card you need, do what you need to do, pay for your groceries or whatever, put it back in, push it down, and that's it. There's no having to get it in the right angle or the right way. It is so simple and easy to get your cards in and out. And also this combo here allows up to 15 cards, as well as some room for some bills as well. Of course, they've got some other options in form factor as well, like this one from their Parliament Classic collection, made from environmentally friendly certified vegan leather. And Extra is also bringing a high-tech component to their wallets as well with this solar-powered tracker accessory. It's the size of a credit card, uses a worldwide lost and found network, and a 3-hour solar charge gives you 2 full months of battery life. And not only is Extra making some really incredible products, but they've also got some great limited time deals you can take advantage of right now as well. If you hit the link down below and you use code TACK at checkout, you can save up to 25% off your order from right now until November 3rd. Again, I'm a huge Extra fan. I love their products. I know you guys will love them as well. So again, hit the link down below to learn more. And again, use promo code TACK at checkout to save up to 25% off your order from right now through November 3rd. Bloomberg is reporting that Apple is actually going to start a hardware subscription service where you could subscribe to the iPhone, pay a low monthly price, and be able to enjoy a brand new iPhone without having to shell out hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Obviously, this does sound very similar to the iPhone upgrade program we've got right now, so we're not really sure the specifics of how this would be different, but maybe it would come with a lower monthly price. You could pay 10 bucks, 15 bucks, 20 bucks, and then sort of have that phone as long as you were subscribed and keeping that phone. You're not having to upgrade, there's no pressure, there's sort of no sort of a loan in there. It's just sort of a subscription offering that you pay a certain amount of money and you get an iPhone in your pocket to use all on your own. Sounds crazy, but does sort of make sense considering that Apple can make a ton of money just by getting you into their ecosystem. Obviously, Apple loves those juicy profit margins on their phones, but if they basically gave the phone away for free, for example, or a very low monthly price, they'd get someone in their ecosystem. Then they'd get a cut of people buying apps. Maybe that would get someone to buy other Apple accessories like AirPods Pro, or they'd buy an iPad or other things. Apple's now offering a high yield savings account option for those who have an Apple Card. So basically, you can take your 1 to 3% cash back on your purchase, store that in your special Apple high yield savings account, and make money by it sitting in that account. So if you subscribe to an iPhone subscription offering, or if you buy a new Mac, or maybe you're putting all your Apple subscriptions on this card, you can sort of get paid to use Apple products. Not sure if that math is gonna clearly work out in your favor, but hey, Apple is doing more now to keep you in that ecosystem, and they're gonna do it by giving you just a little bit more money than regular old cash back. And beyond just the iPhone, Apple could do this with other products too. You could add on AirPods Pro, iPads, Macs, even the new headset or Apple Watch just by paying a low monthly price. For a lot of people, there's a big burden there to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to get into the Apple ecosystem. But if there was a subscription offering where you could sort of pay one price and then sort of get access to these devices, might be appealing for many of you out there watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, or if you'd rather have the one-time flat fee, you own the device sort of way to do things. And then, of course, the whole other side of this argument is that maybe Apple just needs to do more on the innovation side to make these phones compelling. They're putting a ton of energy and R&D money and all their marketing magic in the Pro phones. Dynamic Island, 48 megapixel main camera, always on display, all that stuff is well and good, and those are the flashy features. Maybe Apple just frankly needs to do more with the 14 and 14 Plus or the regular non-Pro iPhones to make those more compelling. Or maybe what Apple should do, if they don't want to compete in that space, is just sort of pare those offerings down altogether and maybe not offer a lower end iPhone, or just offer one lower end, cheaper iPhone. With the way things are going with the 14 Plus right now, I really wouldn't be all that surprised if Apple simplified the lineup with the 15 and they did a regular iPhone 15, they did a 15 Pro, and they did the 15 Ultra, which is the new name for the Pro Max. Maybe they just do 3 phones next year. I think that the idea of a large screen iPhone sounds great, but the price just isn't right. And I wonder if Apple's gonna learn from their mistakes with the Plus and the Mini, and they either take the price way down or just take that off the table entirely as an option and just go back to making 2 or 3 iPhones. So I'm curious, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think a subscription offering makes sense? Maybe a free trial of the iPhone, maybe get one for a free amount of time, or a low-cost offering. Does that make sense? What do you think about the problems with the 14? Is it the price that's the problem? Is it lack of innovation, lack of new features? Or is the iPhone 14 just getting a bad reputation? Let me know your thoughts to all the drama down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. I'm Robert Rosenfeld from the Apple Circle, and I'll see you all in the next one.